I'm actually getting emotional as this World Cup is coming to an end. I'm actually enjoying this tournament. Like I've enjoyed it a whole lot. And right now, we have developed into the semi-finals of this tournament. Then we have the best four countries in the whole world. Argentina, the defending champion. We have England. We have Spain. And then we have France. France representing League One. Spain representing La Liga. England representing Premier League. And then, of course, the defending champion, which is Argentina. And now, this is the picture. I don't want to look at the fact that history speaks volume because at some point, what I've come to realize is that sometimes history doesn't really matter in football. It all depends on the moment. It all depends on what you have and then how prepared you are for the moment. Because if you are to look at this match between Spain and France, you'll see that in recent years, Spain has actually outperformed France. You know, they knocked them out in the Nations League, and also Spain is the current champion of Euros. So, with this alone, you will see that in terms of international work, Spain has done a better assignment compared to how France has been. But that doesn't matter, even though it still matters to a good extent. But I can't really say because Spain historically, and then based on head-to-head performance, has outplayed France. Then I'll conclude that in these very semi-finals, that Spain is going to do better. No, it is a wrong idea, and then I cannot go with that. I can't really go with that because these two countries are coming highly prepared. They are coming highly prepared. If you look at the coach of France, Deschamps, has taken Spain into Deschamps has taken France into two World Cup finals. And then if he succeeds in moving to the final of this one, it then makes it three consecutive World Cup finals for France, which is a milestone as a coach. And then looking at the coach of Spain on the other hand, De La Fonte, you will see that he has been performing marvelously well with Spain all the way from 2015, 2016, where he took the under 17 of Spain to become the champion of Europe. And then he also did it with under 19. Then he also won the Nations League before winning the Euros. So currently, Spain is the champion of Euros. But I don't want to go and trace back history. I don't want to take you people back to history because I want to look at how it is with the moment, how the moment is speaking as it has to do with this very World Cup competition. Quite all right. Spain has done marvelously well for themselves. France too has also done marvelously well for themselves. And then looking at the group stage performances, we will find out that the group stage of France was an easy ride. It was very easy for France to come out of the group stage. Even when it gets to the knockout stage, France was still doing well. To the extent that in all the six matches that have played so far, France won all of them. France won everything. Like they secured all the points, and then they have the highest number of goals in this World Cup, which is 16 goals for France. Then the depth of Spain also did their best. Out of the six matches that have played so far, they were able to win five for three, and then they drew one against Cape Verde, which was the first match of Spain in this World Cup competition. So I don't just want to look at it from the angle of the past. Historically, Spain is better than France. But the moment, what does Spain have to offer for the moment? Then what does France have to offer for the moment? That is what we are going to look at now. So far, so good. It's just as if this is between Kylian Mbappe and Lamine Yamal. No, it's just as if it is between Real Madrid and then Barcelona because of the presence of Lamine Yamal and also the presence of Pedri. Then you have Kylian Mbappe on the other side representing Real Madrid. So it has always been a clash, like the El Clasico clash, and also the clash that we having, that is Spain and France, that we having in Euros. It's just as if it is being carried over to the World Cup competition, an extension into the World Cup competition. So which side do we really think is going to end up crossing over to the finals of this World Cup competition? Will it be France or will you say Spain? For me, either, depending on how it will be. For me, either, depending on how it will be. Because the Lamine Yamal that we and I know, the Lamine Yamal of Euros is different from the Lamine Yamal of this World Cup. The Lamine Yamal of the Nations League is totally different from the Lamine Yamal of this World Cup. The Pedri of Euros is different from the Pedri of Nations Cup and also the Pedri of Barcelona. Same thing with Lamine Yamal of Barcelona. So it's as if these people have created for us two different pictures. The picture of Lamine Yamal and Pedri does not reflect in this very World Cup. The picture that they created for us in the El Clasico and in La Liga and also in Euros and in Nations League, they are totally different from the picture of them that we are seeing in this very World Cup, which is also different from that of France. The picture that Mbappe created for us at La Liga is different from the picture that we are seeing in this very World Cup. Because Kylian Mbappe in the World Cup is a monster. Like he's so good. And Lamine Yamal need to know that Kylian Mbappe that he knows in Real Madrid, that El Clasico Kylian Mbappe is totally different from the Kylian Mbappe of World Cup. Kylian Mbappe can be very ruthless. He's not that person that you catch being offside up to 7 times in a game when playing El Clasico. He's in a totally different level when it comes to playing the World Cup. And then he has been in two finals of FIFA World Cup. 2018, he won it. 2022, he was the highest goal scorer. And then he scored a hat trick in the finals. And then now the possibility of him getting to the final is also there. So Lamine Yamal need to understand that the Kylian Mbappe of La Liga is totally different from the Kylian Mbappe of the World Cup. He can do your do. You just need to lace up. And then before you know it, he's already behind you. It's just like a lightning when it has to do with playing for France in the World Cup, which is what Lamine Yamal need to know. Because these two players are the heartbeat of Spain and the heartbeat of France, respectively. I only know how it is going to end. But the picture of Lamine Yamal that I'm seeing is actually something that looks worn out. He's exhausted. He's out of form. He needs rest. It's just as if Lamine Yamal needs a vacation so that he can get back himself. He's totally out of it. Same thing with Pedri. Pedri too is not getting it right. The picture of Pedri in Barcelona and the picture of Pedri in the Euros, the last Euros and Nations League is totally different from the Pedri that we know in this very World Cup. And the performance of Spain so far in this World Cup is not yet convincing. To me, their performance is not yet convincing. With the way that they played against Belgium and then the way that they played against Portugal, the goal that they scored against Portugal, had it been there was no mistake, they wouldn't have scored it. Same thing with the that of Belgium when they knocked out Belgium through Mikel Merino. So all these things sums up the fact that the performance of Spain is not all that convincing yet. It is not yet convincing to me that these people are out. That this version of Spain used to be the other version of Spain that played the Euros final. I'm not yet convinced with that. But all the same, like I've said already, that I can't really say that this side is going to win because history sometimes doesn't reflect the moment or doesn't reflect the present. You can be doing better in the past, and then when you get to the present, you see yourself actually doing bad. That might be the case. But Kylian Mbappe and Lamine Yamal, they are top talents. Like they are so good in this competition. But Lamine Yamal is still beneath Kylian Mbappe as it has to do with football in the World Cup. And then I just hope that these people can understand it and then improve the work they are going to do. I mean Spanish national team. Because it is not only going to be an easy match for them. Look at the front line or the attacking force of France. You have Kylian Mbappe, you have Dembele, then you have Desire Doué. These three people are like lightning. With the space that they operate with, they are like lightning. And I just hope that the fullback of Spain will be active enough. Because if they fail to be active, that is when these people will seriously cook them. Like they will get cooked in a bad way. So they need to be highly active and then be defensive conscious, because surely France will hit them with counter attacks because they have pacey attackers, Dembele, Mbappe, and Desirado. They have pacey attackers. So these people need to do the most they can to be able to hold down the attack of France. And looking at the midfield, quite all right. The midfield of Spain is more balanced and more organized than the midfield of France. Yes, I can agree with that one. They might be able to control the game better than the way that France might do their own. So France will hope on their attacking ability, and Spain might hope on the stability in their midfield. This might be the two tactics. And then another thing again that I've learned or come to realize in football is that once you are with the ball, your opponent cannot win you if you are always with the ball. And then once you control the game and always hold the ball, your opponent will continue to chase the ball until he gets tired. So these are the two things there that I've come to realize in football. Asking me to make a prediction, I can't really make a big prediction. But with the unconvincing performance of Spain so far, I can't really say that they will be able to win France. Unless Pedri charges up and also Lamine Yamal charges up, then I would say that these people might be able to win France. But with this their current performance, this their current poor performance, I'm not seeing the possibility of them winning France, because France plays more convincing game. France is more stable in their performance. France looks more fresh and energetic in their performance compared to how the that of Spain is. Spain look worn out. All of them look tired. It's as if they have been playing from last season down to this World Cup. So they don't really look strong and energetic as the that of France players. But all the same, after 90 minutes, we will know who the winner is going to be. So you tell us what you think about the match in the comment section, and you can as well make your prediction. So for those of you that have been watching my video and then subscribing to my channel, you guys are doing a whole lot of good things to me, and I appreciate that. So continue doing that, and may God continue to bless you. And if you are just coming in contact with this my channel, do well to subscribe to this channel and share it so that your friends can get to see it too. Remain blessed.